Hey everybody, this is Cheap Dad. Just want to show you an interesting item that I have here. For those of you that might not recognize what this strange looking device here is, this is a fax machine. This is a Sharp UX 180 fax machine that does still work, believe it or not. This is the old-timey, real old-timey fax machine. This comes, I think, we bought this back in the 80s, sometime or the other. And it is a fax machine that uses this rolled type paper. Believe it or not, I have a couple of boxes of rolled fax paper. We used to do a lot of faxing back in the day, in that time period. Now I do have it turned on. It is turned on. You can see the readout, the digital readout there. It's on. Now I can't say for sure if the thing works or not. The only thing I can say is last time it was used it worked, and that was many moons ago when it was last utilized, because Cheap Dad no longer has a landline to hook this thing up with to actually see if it will work. But basically you would, in the back here, what you would do is, of course, here's the power cord, the on-off button. Here's your phone plug-in, where you plug in your phone jack from the phone line. And you could do one or two things. You could just hook it up to your landline, to your phone, and you could, number one, receive phone calls. This is actual phone receiver and the keypad. You can make and receive phone calls just like on and use this as your regular phone, which we did for a while. We used it as our telephone hooked up to here. The thing was, if somebody wanted to send you a fax, you'd have to say, okay, wait a minute, I got to hang up, turn the thing on to fax mode, and so that it would allow them to, in a minute or two, start their fax and fax you the item. Or you could have a designated, and I think at one point we did have a designated line that was designated just for faxes. It was a different phone number, and we said, okay, send it to this other phone number, your fax, and it'll come through, and it would just automatically print it out, and that's all. Yeah, it would just sit there and print out when the fax came through. But anyway, you raise this up, and here's your print head. It prints out here, and it's kind of hard. I don't know if I can do this with, I'm going to have to put the camera down to raise this lid here. Oh, there it is. There's where the paper goes. This roll of paper goes into the front part of the machine, and then it comes out as it prints. It just comes out right here. Lock it down, and the paper comes out right through here. And then this is your actual print head there. Okay, now that is the sound of the paper feed. So in other words, if you were sending a fax, you'd put your paper right here and turn it on. It would suck it up in there. You dial your number that you want to fax to, start. It would suck it up in there much like a copier would to pull your paper through there, the fact that the fax you were faxing, and then it would send it. And then if you were receiving the fax, then it would come out of this rolled paper, out of this roll here, out the front right here. And anyway, this is a Sharp UX 180. I doubt seriously there's very many of these around that work, but this one I believe would work if I had a phone line to hook up to. But I just want to show you this old item. I guess this technically could be called an antique. I don't know. It is an electronic device, and we used this thing like crazy and got a lot of miles out of this thing. There was many a fax sent back and forth through this thing back in its day, and I believe it still would work. Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, information, knowledge that you want to share, I'm on YouTube. My channel, Onecheapdad on YouTube. Onecheapdad, Onecheapdad, Onecheapdad on YouTube. I also have a Facebook page, Cheap Dad. I'm Cheap Dad on Facebook, Onecheapdad on YouTube. So if you want to comment, leave some comments, information, knowledge, experience that you've had with this item here or one like it, let me know. Thanks.